it's Creeps, and I am back with another campfire chat. I do have sort of a semblance of a campfire today. It's more like a fireplace, but we're going to go with it because fireside chat's already been taken by one of our greater presidents. Okay, so decided to come in. Haven't done this in a while. Usually I'm driving when I do it or walking around the zoo when I'm doing it, so I'm also preoccupied with the driving and the walking. So I am Creeps McDamned. Welcome in. Welcome. If it's your first time, I'm hitting all of my favorite YouTuber tropes today. Please follow me. If you can guess who those YouTubers are, I'll send you a free sticker pack. All right, here we go. It is right now the couple days after Valentine's Day. I think it's the 17th of February. Sorry. Yeah, it's the 17th. So we're past Valentine's Day. We're starting to head into March. March is our birthdays. I don't know what we'll be doing for that. We just got back from Universal Studios, so we're broke. But we had a great time, and we learned a lot of things to do if we go back, and we want to go back before our bodies are so bad that we can't do anything. And with that, I want to say, let's talk about disability first, because it's something that we try not to show. I do almost all of my shooting in the morning before 2 in the afternoon. And usually about by 2 or 3, I'm done with the day. I have my disability is started in 2007, I think, with they discovered lesions on my brain, and for a while they thought I had MS. In fact, I've been diagnosed and undiagnosed and re-diagnosed and 3 times by 3 different doctors. I had a 4th doctor I was going to, and I was like, you know what? The meds they have me on now are working. Do I need somebody poking around in my brain right now? No, probably not. Since then also, I have been diagnosed with fibro, which is no fun. Now, I don't have it. I probably have the same fibro everybody has. The difference is I have very low skin sensitivity. Like, I can wash my hands under the hottest water. I mean, they come out bright red and it doesn't faze me. If I'm in a public restroom and I'm using all the hot water, I have to warn the person behind me if there's somebody waiting to use the sink to let it cool off first. I've heard a bunch of owls after I've left sinks, and that's not fair. So I don't feel a lot of the fibro things. I feel like I'm being squeezed around the center of my body, which is very irritating and it doesn't hurt a lot, but it's more of a thing where once I notice it, I can't stop thinking about it and being part of it. So there's that too. I have osteoarthritis. I'm 63. So I'm not doing nearly as good as my mom was at 63. And another reason I decided to kind of start things off with a campfire chat is because a lot of folks that will be coming in now, I hope, don't know this. So let's start it off and talk about it. I have fatigue. Some days I can barely do anything. I can barely function. Crow is also disabled with a whole list of other things. Now, we both have fibro. That's our common denominator. But other than that, I mean, we are dealing with different things. Now, with the fibro, Crow has overly sensitive skin. And so that makes it really, really bad for them. So what do I want to do with the channel? My goal is to do 2 good videos a week. And I think that that's doable. I think once I get into a routine and sort of figure things out organizationally wise, I'll be able to maybe do a 3rd one. But yeah, that's my goal. On Slasher, I would love to hit my 10,000 follower goal. I'm at 9,700 folks, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to knock that out this year. I'd hoped I would yesterday. But the elephant in the room is, what about my mom? My mom passed away November 8th at the age of 101 and a half. She lived with us for 5 years. And I was her primary caregiver during the last couple of years where things have been really rough. She was not an easy woman. I loved her to death, but she was very hard. She was a force, as a friend of mine said at her funeral, which is probably the best word for her. So there's been grieving going on, which is why you haven't seen a lot of me. Now, also, let's talk about Universal, because I was there. I did hashtag it. Probably there were people that were upset that I didn't. It wasn't a video about Universal. It was just for sort of a vlog thing. I did do some interior shots that I was able to edit every night and pop up. But I mean, honestly, I don't know what we were thinking that we went, 6 nights. We thought that we would have that stamina to be able to do things in the last 2 days, which we did not. So yes, we learned where we want to stay, how we want to do it, and we do want to go back before our bodies can't enjoy something like that anymore. And we are getting dangerously close to that. So it's in the back of our minds. We're thinking about it a lot, and these things tend to manifest. So I do play the lottery. Maybe we'll get lucky. Haven't played it in a long time though, because they did a thing now at Food Line where when you if you push your the lottery machine is right as you're going out the door, and if your cart, if you have a cart and it goes over to the lottery section because it's past your checkout, and then you go out the door without going into the store, the carts lock. I am not even kidding you. They stop. And I've looked at the carts. I have no idea how they're doing it. But the front end manager has a little phone thing that unlocks them, checks the cart, unlocks them. And since then, I haven't bought any lottery tickets because I don't know where the line is, where I'm going to get stuck again. And I don't like that feeling. It's a little weird. I get why they do it. I totally do. But it's a little weird. So there's that. I play the lottery tentatively. Hey, did you notice that my pup, I got a new hat. It's red for Valentine's Day for February. I got to fix these glasses. I was really disappointed with those. If anybody else has popped themselves, and you wear glasses, you got glasses, and you're having trouble with them on your figure, let me know. I'm wondering if it's just me or if that's a design flaw, which it could be. I mean, for years they didn't stand up. The female pops didn't stand up. They just now started putting stands with all of them. So that's been a little frustrating. So I hope to do recreationally wise. Here's the thing. This is why it wasn't a Universal video. Okay, I would have had to go through, sort of check things out, then gone back in. The way I would have done it is I would have done the scoping out while we were enjoying the park, and then gone back the next day or later that day and shot. That is physically beyond me. I can't do that, and I knew I wouldn't be able to, which is why I said up front that we would be on a vacation and that you would see very little. If I went through as in a vlog and just showed everything that we did, I'd have to then go back to enjoy the park. So it was a difficult decision, but one I'm going to stand by. We're not 25 anymore. We're only 25 in our heads, and so that doesn't really work. But see my Luffy shirt? I'm going to be king of the pirates. So yeah, we want to go back. We hope to go back. We're probably going to have to do the scooters, the little, here's the thing too. I saw numerous parents husband, wife on 2 scooters with their kids hanging off of them, just zooming around the park. Like, I was like, oh, so you don't have to be handicapped to actually rent a handicapped scooter. It was brilliant. But that's what we'll probably have to do next time to ensure that we have a fun trip, see everything we want, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, doing a trip that we go away for is beyond me. Now, if we go to a horror convention or a oddities convention, something like that, I probably will do it vlog style, because I do want to show those things. I want to show as much of the horror aspect as I can. I try to keep it fun here, and not too gory and bloody. If you're into glory and bloody and gory, please go to Slasher, slasher.tv. It is a T as in Thomas, V as in Victor. It is a social media for horror fans. There's no restrictions. You can post all the gore you want. You can talk about anything you want there. And I would say it's 18 plus. I'd say it's 16 plus. So I wouldn't recommend your 9-year-old to have an account on Slasher. But as soon as they turn, 16, 17, hey, did you know there was Slasher? So definitely. But yeah, those kinds of things I will shoot vlog style. More to the, you know what? I have a cat stuck in the room. 1 minute. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Took care of the cat. All right, so what was I talking about? I don't remember. I think I hit disability. We're doing plans for the channel. I am the Happy Horror Critic. Now those, I do a Tubi Day. I do Amazon Prime Day. And I was doing a Screamify Day, but I'm having problems with my account right now. And what that is I put on a horror movie, and then I let Tubi, whatever streaming service I'm in, they pick what I'm watching for for the rest of the day, because they will, once credits are partway through, load up another movie for you that they think that you're going to like. So that's what I do. And even if it's like the worst title ever or something I know is horrible, I have to watch it. I have to review it. Now, when I do one of those Happy Horror Critics, it's a longer video. I just posted one. You can take a look at it. But I've also discovered Happy Horror Critic Express, and that means I can do a single movie review in under 60 seconds, and I can do those or up to 2 minutes. I think I can do a short with those. So that's opening up a whole new avenue of things that are good. So the other side of the channel, which is Ocean City, Maryland, because I am the beach bum horror geek from Maryland's Eastern Shore, I'm going to be doing deep dives, is what I consider. My spouse and I, though we're 9 years apart, visited the inlet in Ocean City every year as part of our vacation, multiple times for us. We went 3 times a year. And we realized that we were probably playing on the beach within each, at the same time the other one was, and didn't know that we were destined to be together. But we came from Manchester down for our 10th wedding anniversary. And as every time we visit, pulling out of Ocean City, I'd be like, I wish we could afford to live here. And then this time, when we were getting close to Salisbury, I said, maybe we could afford to live in Salisbury. And 3 days later, Crow had me back down in Salisbury looking for a house. And we moved here January of 2020, specifically to be close to the beaches. And by beaches, we consider our home beach to be anything from Assateague all the way up to Rehoboth. And we are not against getting on the ferry, taking a ride to New Jersey and hitting Cape May and Wildwood. Now when we do that, it's usually an overnight trip. So yeah, it's a trip up there. Being on the ferry is awesome. I've done some video on ferries in the past. The Cape May Lewis ferry, specifically, not ferries as in, all over the place. Yeah, we've done it just us, and we have gone with our car, which is also great fun. It's an easy blast up to New Jersey. For us, it's especially easy because we have that hour drive to get there. So we're both little, you know, uh, we've done a lot by the time we get there, even though to most people it's not a lot. And so we have that hour, what is it, hour and a half or something, 90 minutes to take the boat ride across, so we can, sit and, relax and rest, so that when we get to the other side of the bay there, we are good to go with a little bit of oomph. It all has to be planned out, I'm telling you. If we get into a situation where we're out and we can't get back home, that's a bad thing. And sometimes it's worrisome. It really is. So, anyways, the Ocean City, I'm going to be doing some deep dives. And by that, I mean, we're going to start at the inlet. And we're going to look at every single thing. I'm going to do a boardwalk walk 4 times a year on the spring and fall equinox spring and fall equinox, the summer, winter solstice. I will be walking from one end of the boardwalk to the other. This will be a straight walk. I'm going to do it hopefully every year for as long as I can. In the spring and summer, I will be walking from north to south into the inlet because we're going into summer. And then for the fall and winter, I'll be going from the inlet up north because we're coming out of summer. So that's the plan. I have plans to see the Life Saving Museum as well as the Ocean City Museum. So we're going to be looking at that. If there's one thing I've learned from the YouTuber that I consider my mentor, Jacob the Carpetbagger, I've learned that every museum, no matter how weird it is, has something interesting and fun in it. So we are going to do that. I'll be going to Ripley's, of course, and we'll be doing the Kerber's Haunted House because that's a tradition. What we'll do is we'll start at the inlet and we will go all the way around each block. Not just the boardwalk, not just the shops on the boardwalk, but what's in the in-between streets and on Baltimore Street that runs behind, because there's a lot of stuff that boardwalk folks never see unless they're staying on that particular block. I have plans to, we want to stay at the Madison Motel because that's where I stayed when I was a kid, and do that walk that I did following my mom forever from the room across the street and up to the beach and down to the water where we stayed all day. I hope to do a Jolly Roger dive, where we go on every single ride, except for that slingshot thing. I think I'm gonna wait for 50,000 followers, or 500,000, 500,000 followers before I get on that thing, because I might die and I want to at least have a lot of people see it. So there's that. Also, there's other things that I'll be doing in between. Personally, I plan on doing a lot of fishing, a lot of crabbing this year. Probably a lot more fishing than crabbing because I can do that locally in Salisbury. I don't have to sort of come closer into the salty water. That's something that I might do a little fireside chat while I'm doing a campfire chat while I'm doing, but not usually. It depends on what's going on at the time. I'll also be going to the museums here in Salisbury, and there's a lot of great stuff here. We have a free zoo, which is amazing. The Salisbury Zoological Park. We're very proud of that. It's free, okay? And it's got the best flamingos in the world. I'm telling you that right now. We got monkeys. There's bears. Well, the bears aren't out right now, I don't think. But we've got wolves. We've got all kinds of fun things there. And if you have kids, it's also connected to Ben's Red Swings. I believe Ben is a little boy that died of cancer. I need to find out more about him before I do a video there. We also have the Salisbury Art Walk, which is different artists in the city have painted some of the infrastructure, the junction boxes and things like that, and it is an art tour, so I want to go and show all of that. Crow, as many of you know, is a sculptor. Crow Birdie Miniatures on Etsy. We do shows all over the place, so you can check us out there. Crow has an entry in the February art show at Salisbury Art Space. They are a past winner, first place winner at the art space. So they are an award-winning sculptor, do mostly birds, as in Crow Birdie Miniatures, but other things as well. Check them out if you would like to. So we're excited about that. Crow is just excited that people will see their things in a gallery. I'm hoping for a win. That's the difference between us. They won first place. I am hoping for a win. They've previously won first place. So there is that. Now, I've probably been babbling for 300 years now, and if you're still with me, thank you so much. I thank you from the very pit of my heart. Yeah, so there's a lot around here to do. Also, abandoned buildings and history. I am going to be looking at the history of Ocean City, the history of Salisbury. There are cryptids everywhere on the lower shore in Delaware, even into lower New Jersey. So I hope to be doing a lot of stuff with that. As you know, we have the Wacomico County Catman. I'm trying to figure out now what I need to do to look at police reports from back then, because I want to try to see if I can get in touch with any of the witnesses, if they still live locally, to the incident that happened in 1980. I graduated in 1980, and they were teens, parking. A lot of this stuff happened. The teens see everything because they're in the woods making out all the time and hear things, and are like, ooh. So it's part of the teenage culture to be at one with the local cryptids, apparently. But the point is that they should be younger than me. So hopefully some of them are still alive, and I can figure out where they are, who they are, and they might even talk to me. I would like to hear a first-hand story of our local cryptid, of which nobody has seen since. And also, Delaware is full of them. It's a tiny little state, so they're all crammed in, you know what I mean? So, yeah, everything from Bigfoot to swamp monsters to ghosts. I mean, we got them all. And I'm going to be looking at those because I am Creeps McDam. I'm the horror geek, or the beach bum horror geek from Maryland's Eastern Shore. So I think I've hit everything. My plans for the channel for this year. The Salisbury Museums, Salisbury art, local art, the Ocean City Museums, the history of everything, the solstice and equinox walks. This is all stuff that I'm planning for this year. Also, I do a lot of unboxing for Funko. My next video, in fact, is going to be an unboxing. It's always fun when I pre-order a Funko, because I forget about it and then it arrives. And it came last week, and I was like, I didn't order anything from Funko. I don't know what this is. And then it hit me. Oh, I know what this is. So we're going to do that as well. I think I'm going to let you go here. Please be kind to one another. Is it really that hard? Just be nice and be kind. And especially to other folks on here, because I have all of my comments open. And I am giving you the opportunity to be kind up front. Please join me in my next video. And thank you for joining me here. Please, if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. And if you like what you see a lot, press the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. You can always change your mind later. All right, so you can also follow me, turn off notifications, and then you're one of my silent subscribers. Look, the numbers on the algorithm make things better. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me, folks. Bye-bye. Yeah. There's my pile of pills.